get it how you get it. Doesn't matter, go get it. This another slump session. Get respect, not attention.
I said I just had to show myself how to go and do this. Shorty wants to fuck, I said fuck it, I'ma screw this. All up in my living room, she really is a nuisance. If you cannot help me grow, then really you are useless.
Yo, quick disclaimer. I want to apologize for the video interruptions during this interview. As you can see, I am here editing this, and we're here by ourselves. We usually do the interviews by ourselves, but I just want to apologize for the video interference. You know, sometimes cameras run, sometimes they're not. A lot of the times that is the case. I'm, doing it by myself. With that being said, I want to give a little warning that there is some video issues within this interview. Stick through it. It'll pass. I want to give a big shout out to Coop. Give a big shout out to everybody that came through. Super dope. Great people. Great people to talk to. Had a lot of fun doing this interview. Thank y'all for being here. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Let's get into the interview right now. Hey, yo, what's going down? I'm OD, and this is Slump Sessions, the show that is the culture. We out here. Had to come back, man. It's been a minute. I've been sick. I have had to reschedule lots of things, but we had to come back with a bang. We had the whole squad come through here. Everybody, you can't see them, but they're back here. We got Andy, and then we got the one, the only, Coop Martian.
At your service.
Hey.
Squad father in the building. How you living, broski?
I'm good. Feeling a lot better. Doing good that I'm back. But it's been a long time coming that I've had you on here.
Bro,
I think
already know how that goes, bro. Everything in time, everything with a purpose.
Definitely. I think since I started the show, you were one of the first people that I've actually heard about.
My boy.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, we have mutual friends. And
for sure. Shout out J-Mo.
Shout out
OSF in the building.
I haven't gone to see him in a while to get my hair cut.
My boy. And the boy is still Sir Isis Newton.
Yes.
Sir Icy Newton in the building.
So whenever I first started the show, he was like, well, you're going to have to get my boy Coop on. And I was like,
battery get you everywhere.
Who's Coop? And then, of course, I came by one time. You were there, and I was like, okay.
My boy.
Okay.
I remember you was getting edged up and all that.
So since then, I think that was, 2 years ago, finally to have you here in the studio.
Like I
Why
said,
do you feel like you're ready now?
Bro, everything, every butterfly goes through a metamorphosis from that caterpillar moment. And every time in life that I've ever been doing music and I thought, yo, why ain't the time? Why this ain't the time? Why I ain't on? Something happens and you realize exactly why that wasn't the time and why you wasn't on. Didn't have the pieces as far as the right people around. I definitely had a couple of the right people around. Shout out Da Vinci, R.I.P. to OG. Passed away this week, this summer. Taught me so much. A lot of journeys there, but as far as everything in creating the structure that you need for this to really go where I wanted it to go, I was going to need way more reinforcements. And by the movement of God,
since
I finally got there.
I have seen you surround yourself with people, and I have seen you put yourself in positions that a lot of artists are not able to do.
Word.
And it's I mean,
I take that.
Yeah.
My boy.
Mean, whenever you're coming up in the music game, a lot of people don't have the right team around them.
Facts.
And that's the biggest thing. I mean, apparently on your shirt it says Squad on God.
You know it, bro.
The Squad Father.
At your service, my people, don't get nervous. I'm here for us all.
So, who is Coop Martian, man?
That's a very, very, very deep question and a lot of different answers. He's a father. He's a military vet. He's a son.
A military vet?
Yeah.
Well, thank you for your
7
service,
years,
sir.
baby. No problem, man. People like you made it all fun. A military vet, a business owner, a musician, a great friend, a helper, a provider, all of the above, bro.
General badass,
All around badass?
That's right.
Hey, man, just living my life and making the best of what they gave me and trying to turn it to more for me and my folks.
Well, a lot of people don't know. I mean, if they do know you, they know where you're from.
Eastside Baytown, Texas,
Baytown,
representing,
Texas.
holding it down
And
for the whole H-Town area, though, because we get around.
That is one of the things that I wanted to talk to you about because you grew up maybe not even 5 minutes from it. I live down the road from you.
Stop playing.
Come on.
Where
now.
you stayed at for real though? Like I ain't really
In
know
Baytown.
No, I
Come
know
on.
you stay in Baytown, but I'm saying where?
Right down 146.
SQUAAADD.
Yeah.
You
Come
know
on now.
Alexander.
Yeah.
Shout out to Alexander. 1500 block of Narcisse. What's
I'm
good, man?
right down-
Plumwood Edition, if you
I
know.
was right down 146.
My boy.
So, that being said, you and I both know what kind of town that is.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the industry.
Wow.
Industrial time.
Yes. Why do you think a lot of people get stuck in that town?
Because it's exactly that. Well, as far as we talking artists or we just talking people?
People in general, because
Okay.
it's an
People in
industrial-
general,
Yes.
there's opportunity. I mean, Exxon is the biggest. That's the biggest plant for Exxon right there. So think about how much money that is. You know how oil and gas goes.
Yes.
Mine is now. I mean, you know, you got Biden in office. If it goes that way, should go that way, and he's taking us into, you know, electric. So I'm saying that might go back a little bit, but at the same time, money opportunities, bro. My bros, people are coming from Louisiana all the time.
everywhere.
Everywhere, because that's where it's at.
But
So,
I know a lot of people say Baytown, you get stuck in a cycle, even whenever you have goals and whenever you don't want to necessarily be in that kind of field. A lot of people get stuck in that field. Why do you think the creative
it's the flame, bro.
around there is so low?
Put a cup over a flame, and sooner or later it's gonna stifle out, bro. It's either you're gonna have to find something to fuel yourself, or you're gonna have to make some moves. And that's what I realized. Like, as soon as I got home, I'm a very open person. I keep it 100, and we ain't got a lot of time to waste. Like, life is precious. You feel me? So when I come to you, I'm gonna give it to you real rap raw. And if you with it, let's do it. You know what I'm saying? I believe in underselling and over delivering. I'm not gonna talk and sit here and tell you, oh, I can do this and I know this. And if I got to do all that, we already lost. Get on the team and let's do some shit. And once you see how the shit's moving, you'll all right. Say less. That's my favorite saying. Say less.
Say less.
Because we ain't got to talk about all that.
And then coming out from Baytown, there's not a lot of artists. There's
a pocket, definitely definitely a pocket. Shout out to Misters and UPC and Make Motion. Shout out to OG, C Vega and them.
But
RIP to G's.
I feel like out of a lot of people, you are somebody who, again, has surrounded yourself with people that you're not necessarily considered a Baytown rapper.
Yeah, I get that a lot, but I'm always gonna rep the Bay. But at the same time, I definitely get that. And then on top of that, I get that I don't sound like one. I get that a lot too.
Yeah.
Like I get that I don't even sound like I'm from here.
Well,
a whole lot, but
sounds like from
I
outer
let that
space, you know?
let that be what it is. But once again, you know, when I touched down there, I reached out to everybody and told them what I had planned. We did some work. I definitely got in a couple songs with Mr. I definitely got one in with Lil Daddy. So we got those tracks made. But then after that, they were doing way bigger things than me at the time. You know, they had a whole club scene behind them. They were shooting videos. They already knew Blue Star. You know Blue Star. If anybody knows, shout out to Blue Star. If you know, so they was moving. You feel me? And I was still finding me. You know what I'm saying? Still trying to figure out the flow first of all.
Trying to figure out
where I'm even gonna get production. What am I about to bring? How to get off what I had on my chest. So it just wasn't that time. But the thing about Baytown is, like you said, because it's so compact, we don't have a lot of place for artists to really develop that.
Yeah.
You come to Houston, you can go pop up at open mics. You got, what's that, Ben's Beans? Ben's Beans used to do poetry nights, and I used to be over there. There's whole little sects that you can go to, and you can sit there and meet other artists, and a lot of artists sit there and collab, and you can get all the juice you need if you're really about the shits.
Yeah,
And
you,
so
you got it's a motivation. Like a lot
Damn
of people,
right.
A lot of people want to say that
Damn
they
right.
want to be an artist, but they don't.
They
know,
think they want to be an artist
They don't
till
know
they
what
start
it
doing
actually
this
takes
shit.
on the back end.
Yeah.
You know.
It all
Yeah,
sounds
bro,
like
I done
fun
quit
and
these,
games, you know
bro.
what I'm saying? Like, but it really takes a lot of hard work and dedication. It takes a team, you know what I'm saying?
Facts.
Like, you can't do anything by yourself, you
Definitely.
know what I mean? And you
even-
gotta be patient.
And then
Yeah,
along
patience.
with not just an
Oh,
artist,
God.
you have graphic designers and business partners and managers that, like you said, you were still trying to develop your sound. Everybody has to develop what they got to offer to the team.
Exactly.
How- How did you kind of find your sound, and how did you kind of develop to the Coop you are today?
All right, well, this goes all the way back to Virginia, 4902 April Avenue, VA Beach, my old condo. I used to literally, when I got out the Navy, the way I got out the Navy was literally, I was like, I take it, funny story. I was sitting with an FC1 and you do these evals. And the eval basically tells you know what your plan is, and they try to get you lined up with classes and all that kind of stuff to help you with your career or whatever. And so I told him, I was like, yo, I'm going to be a rapper. And first, he just busted out laughing. And he's like, all right, nah, for real. So what you gonna do? I was like, I'm really about to rap, bro. Like, he had heard me already. Like, I did foreign shows overseas and all that. I used to go to clubs overseas and wreck it, and they'd give me the mic, let me play my music. Like, I'm known over there before I was known here.
Okay.
Mess with dignitaries, got medals for it and all that shit. I wrote a Black history song.
All right.
And it fucking got me a Naval Achievement Medal and all that shit.
That's pretty dope.
With all that said, he had already heard me, so I was like, what's so
so
hard to believe
yeah.
about that? You feel what I'm saying? He's like, everybody says that. It's like people saying want to be movie stars. What makes you that guy? Why are you going to be special? I just kept looking. I was like, I'll show you. And I literally got up and walked. He's like, you got to finish the eval. I was like, no, I don't.
I ain't
got to
walked
do
out.
Facts. And then so I got there. I changed commands. And then after that, let's do it.
But that's something I think every artist, whenever they're first starting out, has to ask themselves what really kind of sets them apart. What is going to make them different than the 100,000 other rappers that are in this city or even in the United States trying to make it.
Yeah,
and you
definitely.
can be damn good, but you can still fail.
You can be the best rapper.
Yeah, you gotta know what you're doing. You have
Exactly.
to network. You have to do all those things we keep talking about.
It's a lot more than just spitting on a mic.
Rap. That's the, like I said, that's the easy part. Yeah. Like, now that I'm we getting the pieces here, that's the easy. That's the fun and the easy part, is getting to the microphone. But to the original question, when I was in Virginia, I used to have, I had 4 other bros with me. I started out with a group called SBU that we created, Southern Boys United. You know, when you go anywhere,
yeah,
you find that common tie-in point.
Yeah.
So they were from Georgia and Florida. Everybody had a different sound. So I was like, yo, everybody come to the crib. I had a microphone. I was literally like Gucci Mane. I had my shit, and in the morning, I'd wake everybody up at like 7:30, and I had this big black pimp cup with diamonds on it. And I fill it with half Southern Comfort and half Coke, and that would be like the grail. Every morning I wake everybody up, you got to drink a cup, and then we straight to the studio. And we freestyle from breakfast until like 11:30.
Damn.
And it's just freestyles. I don't want no pen and pad, ain't none of that shit, just bars. Give me bars.
Just
Talk
sharpening-
about your sock.
just
Talk about the
sharpening-
root. And I told him that, and they literally, my boy to this day, shout out BK, you see me, bro. But anyway, he used to be like, Coop, like, we need to record some shit, bro. I'm tired of this freestyling. And I'd be like, bro, shut up, just shut up and freestyle, bro. Trust me on this. And then finally the days came and we started recording, and obviously, you know, things started to separate, levels started to get hit. And then, like I said, we got great at freestyling, but then came the next leg. Like I said, it's one thing when you got the talent, but now you got to go take it to the world.
Mm-hmm.
So I used to go to house parties and stuff like that, and they'd be playing whatever on the thing, and I'd be in the back smoking and start freestyling. And by the time we know it, the song shut off. Everybody left the party, and they in the back listening to me freestyle. And they, yo, you better than Wayne. And pause that. I didn't believe that shit. Still don't believe that.
Gassing
Wayne,
you up.
you that nigga. Shout out to my boy Lil Wayne. But they literally by, yo, bro, you like that with it. And I'd be like, I'm nice, but
Come on now.
that confidence thing. You know what I'm saying? And so was doing that and making a nice little name, but I tried to take it to the oceanfront. They used to have like open mics and stuff like that on the oceanfront in VA Beach or in downtown Norfolk. And for some reason, that's why I was saying, like, when it's not your time, something will happen every time. I remember going there for 4 weeks consecutively, and I'm not going to go into all 4 different stories, but every single time we went down there, something left field that you could never see coming happened to stop me from stepping into that open mic.
Ooh.
To stop us from stepping in there and making that song and playing that song. We got songs that was so ahead. Like, I'm listening to stuff now, and I'm like, yo, come on, bro. And we still listen to them songs, and people are like, yeah, that's timeless music. So they'll get reintroduced one day, but after going through that so many times, like I say, something had to shake, and everybody has a breaking point. And mine was when Pops died. Pops passed away, like, it was 3 days tops. Calls me one day, hey, man, I'm sick. He had went to Trinidad, and they go every year for Christmas to go see my grandmother, and they call me, hey, your Pops is sick. I was like, all right, you know, what's wrong with him? Oh, you got like a cold or flu, pneumonia maybe. I was like, all right, cool, everybody gets that. And then the next day I get called, your Pops is in the hospital, Marcus, it's serious. And it's my mom. I'm like, what you mean? And then she's like, I don't even know what to say. Like, the doctors are saying, and he's sitting in the bed, and there's a guy next to him, and I guess his machine started going off, like, beeping, and you hear him in the back, like, I'm doing fine. Like, I feel great. You need to check on this guy. Like, he's the one that, and I'm just like, all right, maybe they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And then the next day, they're like, yeah, your dad's not responsive.
And
I'm like, how does it go from...
Yeah, it was a complete 360. Like,
bro. And so then I got the call. And literally, as soon as I hung the phone up, and I'll play you the song one day, after this, of course, I made a song called Feel My Pain. And that was the day that I knew this was what I was going to do.
Having something happen like that could show you, like, it can happen to anybody.
Bro.
And it can happen quick.
Bro, background on my dad, the man maybe drank once every 2 weeks. And that's like if he's going to a party or something.
Yeah.
They didn't even party like that. Mom and dad married 30 years. I had the white picket fence thing that everybody wishes they had. Like, I had that perfect thing that you see on TV. Like, the world showed me what it was when I got out of my parents' house. But as far as upbringing and shit goes, I was so blessed. Too blessed to even know it at the time. And so, never smoked, never drank, worked out every day, was the captain of the soccer team, ran my soccer team, was my coach.
Damn.
At Baytown Saints, I played 11 years in that. And I'm talking about the man in everything. He raised all my homeboys. Shout out James, Lil Chris. Like, he was the dad. You feel me? And 4 days.
Damn.
And so it ended up being like my dad, our family suffered from a thing called tremors, which is when you shake a little bit.
Yeah.
But going into what I'm figuring out now, it might have been what I got diagnosed with the other day, myasthenia gravis. It's like a real rare degree of disease. Only 400,000 people have it. But my dad used to have this thing where like his mouth would be crooked on one side and then it would go away. And we would always be like, he would show us that, look, it's doing it again. And we'd be like, you need to go get that checked. And he'd be like, it goes away anywhere. But
Yeah.
So, but the other day, it shouldn't happen to me. But that's a whole nother story. We'll get to that. But it might have been that. But he was taking the medication that they were giving him for the tremors, but it was a new medication. I guess they didn't do enough research on it. And the medication kills off your white blood cells. And if you know about white blood cells, you don't remake those. You know, so you can remake red blood cells.
Yeah,
the white blood's what fight. So after that, he went to work. And my dad he worked at Exxon and Mundy Company and all the plants, all the major plants, Bayer, name him, he was there. And so he went to work and he forgot his jacket. And it was wintertime.
Ooh.
And so he worked at the plant that day, and he came home, and that was literally the day they were getting on the plane. He's like, Mom, I can't believe. He was talking to my mom, and everybody calls her mama, even him. He was like, Mom, you believe I left my jacket? Like, I never make that mistake. I've never forgotten my jacket in all these years. And that's what started the pneumonia. And then once you got the pneumonia, no white blood cells to fight it, turned into sepsis, started attacking his organs, and then heart attack. And he was gone. But literally in a matter of days.
That's crazy.
So it's like, I didn't even get the chance to watch the decline. And then on top of that, he's in Trinidad.
Yeah.
I was in the military and still in Virginia. So even in that, the great thing I could say about that is the November. He died on New Year's Eve, December 31st, to make sure that we could never be sad about his shit, because everybody's going to be partying. So you better get ready. But on top of that, before that even happened, he called me in Virginia. He was telling me, I think it was like October or something. And just to give you a little backside, like I was totally falling off at that point. Like I was in the streets doing street shit, like all that shit. Like doing shit that I ain't even know I had in me. But circumstances brought me. Once you have a kid, it'll take you some places.
I know.
Once you see a roach run across your kid's head because you living at somebody else's place because you can't.
It's time to get out of there. I'm going to do what I got to do to get out of there.
I was out of there that same day, but then I got back to my shit, and then the dad thing happens. But even before that, like I said, he called me. He was like, yo, I need to see my grandson. And I was like, yeah, I'll see about getting him. He's like, no. He said, hold up. And he called my mom on the phone. He said, give him the number. And she gave me a credit card. I'm going to buy the ticket right now. And so I flew my son down here for around Thanksgiving time. And I still got the video. It popped up the other day. It's a regular time of year for us where we all get emotional because, you know, Facebook is a bitch. It always reminds you of that memory
popping that shit up
on the same day. And so it got the video of him playing with Junior on the inflatable mattress, giving him his first cookie and all that shit. And that was the only time he ever met him.
That's crazy, though, how you said
choked.
how you said family. I mean, like having a kid could be the ultimate motivator for anything,
or it can be the ultimate deflator, bro.
Yeah, because
depends on the
I
person.
got 2 kids, so it's like as soon as I had my first one, I was like, what am I gonna do? What do I gotta do to not have to be in the plants anymore? I was already stuck in the plants.
Be the circle. I don't even mind if you're in the plants, bro. Because
Exactly.
like I said, even if you're, as long as you providing, like there's levels, you know what I'm saying? Happiness as a man.
Yeah.
Once you have a family, that shit comes second. Period. Me, I tell people all the time, like, nigga, do whatever you want to try me. Leave them the fuck alone.
Yeah.
Because that's when it's gonna get real.
That's whenever it gets
That's
personal.
when shit get a whole nother way. So
That takes it to another level.
yeah, definitely. So
But
you know what I'm saying?
You getting out of the military and you want to be the artist. What are some of your kind of influences that you had, growing up? Like, I'm sure you've always been into music.
Oh man. So Pops was the ultimate record collector,
See?
bro. And we're from Trinidad. Both of my parents originally from Trinidad. And so we had the West Indian vibes in the house all the time. Soca, calypso, reggae, all the stuff that you heard of and know. And at the same time, he used to listen to all the oldies, all the 70s and 80s music and all the greats that we could name, the Barrys and the Zapp Rod and all of them. You can go for days. But he kept it playing, and I was his original DJ. Like, I got pictures of me literally unable to see over the turntable with changing the records. And it got to the point, of course, I couldn't read yet, but I'd grown so used to crates and seeing it with him. He could tell me who the artist was, and I just knew what the pictures looked like.
Yeah.
So I could instantly, yeah. And so they used to throw parties at the house, and everybody would come over, and like 40, 50 people, the whole place packed. Here, Marcus, you got it. And I'd be in the room. They'd set up this thing in the room and run the wires and had the speakers in the hallway, and all the living room would be everybody's party area. And I'd be in the room running the whole thing. And so I think low key, like I said, I didn't even bring that up and remember that. My mom brought that to my attention once she really, like I said, she always supported the music. Don't get it twisted. But once she really like got that moment, like, damn, my son is really like, a lot of people do music, but he doing something else.
That's good because a lot of people don't have that support.
Tell me about it.
And it goes a long way.
It's everything, bro. And that's why I say, like, these are the things, as you hitting them, those are the things that make where we are now. It's not just, I tell people there's shit that you can see, and then there's that minutia, that stuff that you could never understand, them little anomalies that you could never reenact. It's like people asking me to teach them how to trade on the stock market. And I'm like, yeah, I can teach you candlesticks, I can teach you red, and I can teach you green. But I can't teach you that feeling of losing 1,500 because you forgot to turn the trade off.
I've tried to listen to J-Mo talk to me about that, and
shout out my boy Young Tesla in the building.
It is the most confusing thing I've ever heard of him trying to explain it to me, but I can't get it.
And real rap, bro, I tell people there's 50 different ways to get where you're going. You feel me? Sometimes you're not the messenger for everybody. You feel me? I've been victim to that. There's friends I have, and I'd be pleading with them, like, I know your next step, bro. Go this way, and your life is going to be great. And it ain't until somebody else said exactly what I said that they took that step. And then they come back to me like, bro, you see this shit? And I'm like,
in your head, you're like, I told you to do that.
Yeah, bro. Happy for you. I'm glad as long as you made it, bro.
I'm glad you did.
I'm not even knocking. As long as you made it, that was the point in the first place, fam. So it's all gravy.
Yes, baby.
So influence-wise of music, like musicians and stuff, who do you kind of take your inspiration from?
That's a very, very, very long list of people. T.I. was my favorite rapper for a long time. And don't get it twisted, he probably still would be, but now that you make music, and I'm now starting to get back into where I'm listening to more music, but I had that stage where I'm not listening to nobody else's stuff because it starts to influence me. I hear such and such as cadence and I want to imitate it, or I hear this and I want to do it, or I hear them talk about that and I want to do it. And the more you start tapping into that, the more you start pulling in their energy and start attracting their lives, and your life might not be fit for their lives.
Yeah.
So let me stay right here and let me build off of what I'm doing. And as it continued to turn, like I said, at one point I had to make decisions. Now, I tell them, at one point I had to be a man of action. Now I'm a man of reaction. The story is going so much on itself now that I don't have to make a situation happen no more. I just got to choose how to react to it, if that makes sense. So as the progression continues to move, more pieces come into picture, and it's like a TV. I tell them, the more pixels you have, the clearer your screen's gonna be. And so we finally get into that 1080 HD. We finally get into that 240 hertz shit starting to And I tell everybody the formula for superstardom mode, as far as I see it so far, is the minute that the stuff that is happening in your life, that you can step in your studio and you choose to record, and it comes out real time in the real world shortly thereafter. Like, I got songs that I made that are like 4 years old. And the reason they haven't came out yet is because I still got to shoot the video, or I still got to find the right person to make the graphic that I see for this and to get it the right way, or I got to find. But once you have that team that can pull all those things together and make that shit happen in like 3 or 4 days, it's over with. Because like Jay-Z said, difficult takes a day, impossible takes a week. You feel me? Like, it's no longer none of that, because I ain't got to do everything no more. I just got to do what I do. He do what he do. Kenny do what he do. Chili Dollar does what he do. Shout out to Grayson too, man. Gorilla Daddy in the building, man. Holla at my team, man. Squad.
So
Derek,
stemming
Uncle
off
D.
of that, man, off of influences, what are some of your influences in business? Because I know you're an artist. You're an artist first, but you're a businessman all the way through.
Facts.
So
Facts.
you can give me this list of artists, but I want to know who influences you in business.
And I'm gonna apologize now, because a lot of books, because that's where I get a lot of the business side from, is books. I can't remember the authors. I didn't focus on the man, I focused on the story and the lesson. So, with that said, but outside of that, back to the original question, Nipsey.
Just read the
Let's
books,
talk
read the
about
manuals,
it.
you know.
Facts. Nipsey, easy one, of course. Before that, Jay, Lil Wayne to a certain level. T.I. for sure. Like I said, that was my favorite. Like, I went to boot camp, and like I said, as far as my first 18 years musically, you couldn't tell me shit but Texas. You even play Jay-Z, anything from up top, nigga, turn that shit off. I was not hearing it if it wasn't no Screw, if it wasn't SUC, if it wasn't Ro. Shout out to Ro for raising us, literally raising
He raised
us. Me, Chris,
generations.
Jay, we sat in that car, and I'm talking about, you was our soundtrack from the day I met you on, I think it was in 7th grade, all the way till I graduated high school and got opened up in Virginia. And you was the gem that I passed on to them when they was asking about Texas. I had to give shout out to my boy B Drills, Bobby Williams. He might never see this interview because I ain't heard from him since them days. But when I got the first thing I got out of boot camp, you know, you got your first checks and shit. And the great thing about the Navy is when you get out, everything, food, room, board, all that's taken care of. So your check is really your check. You go and introduce yourself to that, which is something I had to learn and unlearn. That's a whole nother story. We'll get to that. But he was telling me about music. So he was asking, like, who y'all listen to? And so I start telling him the names, of course, who we got down here. And he was like, so you ain't heard of no Jeezy? And I busted out laughing. I was like, that's the nigga's name? Like, Jeezy? That's what you try to put up. Like, the nigga's name is Jeezy. What the hell is a Jeezy, bro? And that boy put Thug Motivation 101 on for me. And I said, damn. And he said, you ain't never heard T.I.? And I went to, after we had that conversation, I went to Sam Goody the next day.
Man, I used to love Sam Goody.
I was about to say, shout out Sam Goody. Y'all might never know. FYE.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all might never hear them names again. But shout out to
people will
those
never
stores.
have that nostalgic feeling of walking in there.
And boop, scanning that little scanner and getting that little first little
yeah.
snippet sample of the music to see if you want to buy the CD or that.
Yeah, you get one a week, you know what I'm saying? Like,
You're
get the right one.
looking through, or even sneaking a peek at the the dirty movies they have in there.
Oh, yeah.
Behind the
Hey man, that's G16 Clef.
Hey, come on now.
Still don't know. But yeah, bro, so I literally went in there and I went crazy at the Sam Goody, bro. I bought all the T.I. collection. I started from I'm Serious and worked my way all the way up. And at the time, Urban Legend was just what just came out. And by the time I got there, I was sold, bro. And so then I was like, what the hell else am I missing? And then I went and I bought Beanie Siegel and heard Don't Blow My High while I'm sipping that
it's
purple
a whole
drink. And he was doing it with Bun B. And I was
you
like,
get outside of what you know.
And then and then it hit me while I was listening to one. It's like, bro, if these dudes was this cold and every state makes music, what have you been missing?
Yeah.
And from that day on, that's when it started transitioning from Texas. And it's like, I became a fan of music. I was always into old music and all that type of stuff. But you know, as far as peers go in high school stuff, you find your favorites and your favorites are their favorites. So there's no reason to ever venture out. You know what I mean? And so that's where that's where it was at. But on the business question, like I said, T.I., I segued into all that because you asked me about the business influences. T.I., man, Grand Hustle, the way I saw him come up and the way he used to talk in the interviews and to see him say it and then watch it happen. To see him say, hey, yo, I'm about to make it be this, and then it turned into that. It was just like, this is really possible. And if he can do it, and he's sitting and telling me, yo, I went to the streets, I did this and I did that, and all the stuff he had to go through, and he could still navigate and keep the mind to do it. Why am I sitting here in the military with this big-ass check, all this? So I went and bought studio equipment, didn't know how to use none of it. You feel me? Wouldn't learn how to use none of it for a couple more years, but that's another part of the journey. You know what I'm saying? But let me think if I can feel any more. Rose, shout out that boy Rick Ross. That boy took all the stuff he took. 50 Cent coming at him when he was a cop thing, and like I said, 50 Cent had just off Ja Rule. We seen all that happen, so you thinking, yo, and that man stepped up, never let that shake him, never stay consistent with his music, stay consistent with his deals, and to this day, we screaming, who's the boss?
Yeah.
You feel me?
And he's still coming out with
still.
He's still relevant.
Facts.
And I think it's crazy that you bring up like T.I. and stuff, because whenever you think of business in music, automatically you're gonna go to the Jay-Z's. But on the business, you don't really think of the grand hustles, or you don't even think about like what a lot of these people have built as far as
Yeah, but I think that's because, like I said, it's because of the time we're in. Like I said, like us, we're the lucky ones. If you even read a book on it, look at the difference between Generation X and us, and you go really look at the differences, it even says in the book what we are. Like, we are that, our brothers, our generation before us, like our older brothers and stuff like that, they're the generation that their parents were working all day and they were at the plants trying to make a way.
Yeah.
So they had to figure shit out for their own. They got all the information, but they had to become their own people. So they didn't have the guidance with it. We're the generation where parents were, we're good now, we kind of got it together, we kind of understand, so we have time to put into our kids. We got time to take him to soccer practice and put him. Not that my brother didn't have that, don't get it twisted. Yeah. They had all that. But I really got nurtured in it, you feel me? And so nowadays, everything, no matter how big it is, it's only for a few seconds because we're so, and we're on to the next thing. Social media, everything got us fed to just keep going.
It's just a continuous cycle. And the refresh rate for people's minds now are like...
Let's not even talk about it. You seen that shit, Social Dilemma on it,
that was
on
phenomenal.
Netflix.
Oh, yeah.
That shit made me look at shit.
Hey, if it's
I'm
free,
like,
you're the product. That was my favorite line.
Oh, God, bro.
I
And he was
I
talking,
say
he
that,
built a
bro.
little anagram of the dude and showing it how he was looking at the screen, how it brought him back to the phone after he made it.
me, I know.
I was like, bro, that's me. That's me like a motherfucker. My notifications go off. Now I meditate for 30 minutes first thing when I wake up in the morning. I put that in some bars last night. Y'all hear that song one day.
Hey.
But that's only been since 15 days. My entire frame of mind and everything has shifted in 15. Well, today's day 16. In 16 days. And from that right there, that's when it, like I said, I had a talk with my girl even before the 15 days started. And I told her, I was like, I've been tripping. Everything we want in life, it's literally the flick of a switch. The minute you flick the switch, you can change it all. And I said, baby, I'm about to flick the switch.
People don't realize how powerful the mind is. They take for granted the mind.
That's another
They
thing,
don't
bro.
explore the mind.
Yeah.
Because they spend so much time
I'm
engaged.
I'm guilty for it.
I know.
Yeah.
But anything
I
you
am
want
too.
in life,
We all were.
Yeah.
But
you can
that's
take it, man.
it's the Matrix, baby. Neo had to wake us up, and each one of us becomes a Neo, and we're waking each other up. You know what I'm saying? And that's the basis of where the music comes from. That's kind of the messages to try to pump. And of course, I want to keep it entertaining, so I'm gonna give you some bars, of course, and some lifestyle and some pizzazz and all that. But on the bottom of it all, like, everybody got a potential, like, and once again, social media has us all trying to squeeze ourselves into this one lane. Like, I'm blessed to say that I'm doing music and getting to do it and actually build off of it and enjoy a lifestyle off of it to where I'm actually eating, clothing my son, and living a life I want to live off of music. But there's a lot of people that ain't going to happen for, bro. And that's just a real fact.
Yeah.
Because they're not in the place and they don't have the resources or even know the resources they need to make it happen. Right. But had you gave them an option and showed them what a botanist does or a nuclear physicist does or gave them access to the stock market at 13, they'd be in a whole different lane. But because that's not what's pushed up in the light all the time and that's not what they get to see, and they don't even know it exists. So you can't look for something that you don't know exists. Yeah. You can't know what you don't know. And so we got to open the lanes back up, man. You got to make, like right now, we're in Corona. Who's more important than a fucking doctor? You feel me? Like, facts. Real talk. We're sitting right now and literally nurses and stuff that are in the hospital with Corona are still having to treat patients because they're so
necessary.
They're so tapped. There's no more left. Like, where did it go? Because nursing isn't held up in high. You know what I'm saying? They pay good and all that. I was going to be a nurse. I did freaking, 5 months in medical school. Got all the way to pharmacology and then quit. Because I was trying to run from the music. I was trying to be comfortable. Mm-hmm. You know, I can become a doctor, and then I can get the money from that, and I can be able to pay for this and do that. And then I started getting through it. And then one day I'm literally in class, and we're talking about the heart, and we were about to start doing IVs. And she's literally up there writing down the medication that we're going to put in the IV and all that. And I'm over here freestyling in my head. And then she's like, Marcus, so you going to come up here and do the IV? And I was like, in my head, I was like, I don't even remember what the hell you just said to even know how to do an IV first off. But then I was like, so Coop, you really about to go play with somebody's life so that you can make some money?
While your mind's comfortable? Not in it?
Yeah. I said, all right, miss. And I got up and I walked right out the door and never turned back. Went back to the house, turned back on the fucking studio, got back to rapping.
And along the same lines of business, man, you have brought some people here with you today, and we have Andy.
What's up?
Andy is Gravy.
I'm Gravy, man. I got the sauce, you know what I'm saying?
Gravy HTX.
Oh, God.
So what do y'all have working, and what do y'all got going on?
So basically the way this setup works is we got Mr. Coop Martian right here. He's the business man, he knows everything about all that, all about marketing.
I got you on the publishing. I got you on the marketing. I got artists on keeping themselves independent. I work with artists keeping their selves in control of their destiny. That's right. Stop selling out to these labels. I talked to one today. Stop offering you $30,000 that you have to pay back after they give it to you.
On their advance?
Don't do it. Don't do it.
No, because look, we're both artists first. You know what I mean?
Facts.
So we want to help other people grow. And so that's what he focuses on. And I'm a creative director. I make stuff happen, whatever you need done. So if you want to know what I do graphic design, video, I do motion, I do web design. I do everything. Make merch, whatever you need, So because I worked in all those industries, I did the same thing as him. I just worked and worked and worked. And I have a similar story and everything, I'm 32 now. I had plenty of opportunities to make it earlier, but whatever. Heroin came along and shit for a few years, and now I'm back.
So, I mean, y'all together, trying to do, what y'all do. What are y'all gonna be doing in the future to help these artists and stuff, other than like talking to them? But what are y'all bringing to artists that are going to be watching this?
We got packages,
Definitely.
We got things set up for these people, where I can actually execute their vision, also explain to them that they're a brand, so whenever they come to us, we give them exactly the knowledge that we have. And we don't want them, we want to make money, right? But we want them to be able to learn how to make their own money as well.
Money is not the head motivator. I tell everybody, I don't work with people that I don't like. I can't, and not that I don't like, that I cannot. If it's not an energy, if it's not that,
that's the other thing.
It's not gonna work because I'm one of those. If you know anything about numerology, I'm a 6. A 6 is a humanizer. And it says it in the name, humanizer. Humans is where I get my juice.
I don't remember what I was. I went to go get a haircut and I learned all that. Yeah.
You got touched by Sir Isaac Newton.
Yeah. I went to Sir Isaac Newton
gave you a reading, huh? Shout out to my 8s, man. 6 and 8 running mates, baby. It ain't just a dice game no more. It's real life now. Boys pulling up.
So along the lines of owning your masters and stuff, because I don't obviously know the business end of music.
Yeah.
What is the importance of that as an artist?
I mean, listen to it. It says it all in the name. What's
Yeah.
what's the opposite of a master?
Yeah. Your stuff.
If you're not a master, what are you?
Yeah.
A slave, right?
I'll tell you what.
That's
That's
where
the
it
other.
lines up. Masters and slaves. So which one do you want to be? Don't get no simpler than that.
The other thing that works really well with me and Coop is that we both do know the same types of things. But
Facts.
we got he's got a specialty. I got mine.
Oh,
you know what
God.
I'm saying? So that's all it is.
And like I said, it's about. I know what got me here. You feel me?
Yeah.
I had Da Vinci. Like I said, he passed away, but Da Vinci, 30 years in the game, Grammys, all that, like big time, big news. You feel me? And he sat me down every day. That guy slept on my couch. That dude did all kind of stuff out of his heart and literally used to tell me, Coop, one day you're going to help my son. One day you're going to help my kid with this. That's why I'm doing this. Coop, don't never let your people forget who they are. Sometimes you got to show your people who they are. That's the real thing. Sometimes people don't even know who they are for themselves yet. Yeah. And you got to be that person to sometimes nudge people in the right direction. And that's what collectively we do. We not only can execute your business-wise, but if we vibing with you, like I said, you only have so much vision. God only bless us with so much vision. He don't give it to you for yourself, because if you did, you'd be full of yourself all day and you'd just be doing you all the time.
Yeah.
But he gives you the vision for other people, and through the other people around you, they see the vision for you.
Yeah.
Chili Dial has helped my style, bars, verses. He's pushed it so far in just a little bit of time we've been working together, for real working. Like I said, we met a while back and we played games, and they had the what's the name of it? The Oculus.
Yeah.
First night had the Oculus.
Rick
and
and
my
Morty.
girl almost ran through the fucking TV.
Yeah.
Like, we did that one or two nights. But when we started working, that dude right there is fucking Morpheus in the Matrix, and I'm Neo, bro. Like, yo, Coop, try it like this, and he can sing. He can fucking. He played me some bars last night. I'm like, bro, we could have been fucking rapping the whole time. Like, you could make a mixtape, we could do this shit. He's like, no, bro, that's so you can. And I'm like, look, he's still. And like I said, through that, I see myself, and vice versa. Like, we build each other. You know what I'm saying? Like, they tell me and compliment me on sauce and dress and all that shit. I'm like, bro, look what the fuck you wearing. Like, we all have
over
it.
here.
You know what I'm
We
saying?
all got it.
You can't
He's
even
a whole freaking model. Look at him. Look at that. With
Why don't you come on in here?
Come on.
Slide.
Come on now. Come on, slide on in here.
You know, but yeah, no big deal. Like, you got a room full of geniuses right here.
Oh,
so
God,
So
bro.
you can bring that chair in here and.
Hell yeah, bro. Shit, I'll move around a
This one
little.
right here.
Let's see. We can get friendly in this bitch. Squad.
What's up?
Why don't you tell them about what you do?
All right.
Slide a little
What's
forward.
It's good.
You got to slide up.
Here, dollar go.
What is?
AKA.
I appreciate you having me on the show.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah,
glad
it's
everybody
right.
came out.
Yeah,
Man,
we're just here
squad.
to show love and explain ourselves a little bit. But yeah, like this week has been interesting. Like we've been expressing ourselves in a new way lately. Not just more about like, oh look at me. It's more about like I'm feeling this shit.
Hell yeah.
And lately, it's been a lot of progression on the way we work together. Like how quick, like as soon as an idea comes, we could be like, all right, let's do that, and then get in there. And then like minimal editing, as opposed to like back in the day, it was like we're still trying to figure shit out. You know, we were buying new equipment. Like we got this space. We've been there for like 4 years with SQUAAADD Studios. It's like downtown.
Yeah, shout out
Okay.
to
Shout out Syncworthy
Sterry
Squad.
Street.
That's right.
Home of the second home to the Martian besides Baytown. You
Yeah, we
heard me.
wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for my boy. Shout out to Sugar Hill with Bub. Bubba is the one who basically got us in this place in the first place. Like he was there for like 8 years or something, like just holding it down in the same place. But then Grayson and I, he's like on Gorilla Daddy, that's making these beats and working. Grayson's just as much as a part of this as I am, because like we wouldn't be able to do any of this. Like I wouldn't even met him if it wasn't for Grayson.
Big fucking.
But like,
I wouldn't have met any of them. If it
yeah,
wasn't for
it was
Grayson. I
Grayson
went
like
to,
brought us
school
all
with
together.
him.
So
Yeah.
He seems like the one that
he really is, because
Yeah.
like before I even met Grayson, it was Daniel Aguilu. He's the one who introduced me to like Sci-Fi and Frank Lou and all these people, and like Sci-Fi is pretty much, we're the same age, but like he taught me so much, like to put me where it's like, all right, if you're gonna take these beats seriously, you gotta treat them a certain way. Like you gotta love them. You gotta get up and dance.
They are
to them
children.
Sometimes like you gotta feel that shit and not do it for some other reasons. But recently, it's like all this experiences we've been building up to, all these like things we've been learning and going through. They're all finally coming together. Like we know what we're gonna do now. Yeah. But then I think it's more because we have the proper message. Like we know who we are as people, as
That's
opposed to being like.
Well,
I'm a producer. I make beats. Yeah. I'm not that. Like I'm like this whole deeper person. Is like I understand what I am as an artist, and I want to express that to other people to inspire. Like because right now there's shit's all fucked up right now. Like people are sick. People are dying. I've lost some family because of Corona, and I know that a lot of people are going through it, but at the same time, instead of like how the rest of the world's like kind of destroying itself right now. We need to be the ones who are gonna make music, do art, do whatever we gotta do to make people enjoy life again and like feel inspired, like they want to like show somebody this song or show somebody this art or just feel something for a change instead of trying to like destroy each other, because I feel that right now more than ever. It's like a whole thing going on with the world, and we need it in a way. It's like to heal, because if we don't see it, we don't observe it, we'll never know how bad it's gonna get. Like right now, it's like we're so blessed.
I think people appreciate things a lot more after Corona. You know what I'm saying? So I think
Well, just hearing you on this microphone and in these headphones, you have a voice.
Voice of a generation.
You have a voice that I would want to hear sing, want to hear on a microphone. And
you just gotta have me on here more.
Oh
That's
man,
it. You just gotta hit me up.
Squad.
You gotta do some like, voiceover work or something.
I got you. Yeah, I've done. I've actually the last job I've done was with the guy from. He used to do the Trojan Man commercials.
Ooh.
Trojan Man.
Let's hear it a little bit. Come on now.
I did a commercial with him, but it was like me singing. So it was like, real dad to Texas. And he was like, that's dad.
I heard a few of those.
Yeah, it's like,
bro,
he got some good ones like
that King Cobra shit we were singing earlier.
It's so fucking
That's why I'm singing it over and over like King Cobra.
Because you hear this guy on the radio, and then I'm like, I love voice acting. Like, that's really, I make beats. I do art. I do all this other stuff, but voice acting to me is just, because you can be anybody. You can, like, just be whoever. Like, you could just, like, truly just get into the character, and it's just so fucking awesome when you're actually kind of good at it. You can like you can like really feel
he
that
is
shit.
the best Beatle I've ever
range.
met, bro.
Yeah, he's got range.
Like that's the best Beatle.
Yeah, I've done like some voiceover. We did there was a company we work with. There was like a AI company, Petro AI, and they paid us for me to do a voiceover, but they were like. They were like basically gonna play this shit in a big convention center. So it's like we went to it to go check it out. It's like this huge like installation, and my voice is playing on the damn convention.
That's boss.
You know what I mean? I was like,
that's
this
boss
is the
shit.
shit.
So
This is what I'm talking about.
And you're walking amongst people and they don't even know it.
But at the same time, I don't completely
you like that?
support all that
Me
shit.
too. You like that? Me too. Yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, but voice acting to me is like, it's also a way for us to fucking like, just kind of be a character in a way. Like,
man.
Like I'm as real as it gets, but like sometimes I fucking want to be somebody else and just fucking act a fool.
Mm-hmm. That's what I like.
We
watching
damn sure
that.
do it.
Yeah, I like watching that whenever I'm looking at like an animated movie or something. I like seeing the people that are behind the voices.
Hell yeah.
Because it's always somebody
that you wouldn't expect.
You wouldn't expect.
Bart Simpson was a whole woman.
Yeah,
a whole woman. Half of Springfield was a whole woman. Like, let's not even talk about it. There's like, what, 7 of them that did the entire Springfield? I think it's like 7 or 8 people.
So it's crazy.
Totally.
It's crazy that's something that you have in your repertoire or whatever that you can bring to the table.
It's useful.
You have an ear for sound.
None of us do just one thing.
Yeah,
none of us.
I see that. I see that now.
Definitely.
Yeah, but me too. I'm also a father, and I enjoy hearing other men talking about their family, and because that's like a very stable point for some people that are trying to be an artist or trying to express themselves. To have that stable ground, somebody you love, is very important because as you grow up, people are like all around you, and you get pulled in so many different directions that it's nice to have something you actually care about and that you can see grow in your own image or your own heart, you know, and then you feel, I feel like, more comfortable in your own skin as opposed to like always trying to impress everybody or always trying to like tell everybody like what I do, like I know
fighting for your
because
moment.
I have my family and they're the ones like, you know, shout out to Suki and my little Sky
Squad. Hey, shout out to them.
I love y'all and I hope to see y'all very soon. The holidays are all kind of messed up right now. Family isn't gonna be able to like visit the same this year and all that, so. You know, kind of what's up to everybody if I don't really see y'all.
Fam?
You know what
yeah,
it
I
is.
love y'all.
Miss you guys too, especially you, little Sky. You already know.
Yeah, I love my little Sky.
Sky is the truth. She's the next. She's the future.
Yeah, she's amazing.
She's on it, bro. Like, just like her dad. Like musically, stop it. Sitting in his arms while we're mixing music. She's
like,
right there. So, like, and she's so in it. It ain't no.
It runs in the family.
She's sitting there.
She's got it. She's got it.
It's like, damn.
She got the attention.
Intensity, bro. Intensive listening.
But I think it's super dope that, you know, not everybody does one thing. Everybody wears multiple hats as the group, and y'all come together so well. And we have somebody else over here that's very quiet, chilling back there.
It's the great brother Kennedy, man. That's my bro. That is. If SQUAAADD guy had a ground zero.
He's the
last man standing, Baba boy. Hey,
is he the
that is the
backbone
man, bro. Like, bro done been with me from Jump Street. Bro introduced me to freaking fried Oreos.
Oh,
that's how we met.
And it was hey, time out though. I'm sitting there eating.
It was
he walks up. Hey, what's up? I'll be right back. He goes back to the bar, and he comes back and he puts them on the table. And I'm like, yo, how much are these?
No.
Eat the Oreos.
Eat them. Try them.
And I dipped them bad boys in that ice cream.
No.
Smoke
And
this.
I bit it, and I was like, show me more. Show me more.
What else can you show me?
What else do you know?
Yeah.
You're an interesting one. But yeah, from that day on, like I said, you know, it came together. We started hanging out.
What was it, like 3 days later we met at
Met it.
Like 3 days later, we didn't even.
God was doing that over and over, bro.
Yeah.
Running each other randomly, time and time again, bro.
Oh, we tripped acid that night. Like,
Yep, and ended up playing dominoes with freaking chicken heads on and skull masks
That's how
on
everything
in some
started,
house that was
man.
freaking
A little bit of acid, you know.
random,
A
bro.
little bit of acid goes a long way.
Long way.
there was a fucking mermaid painting that I'll never forget there, man. I tell you what.
That shit was
Shimmering.
crazy,
Oh, it
bro.
was beautiful.
I wish I had that picture. But yeah, man, Kennedy is the truth, man. Like I said, ground zero, and he's always been there. And like I said, I tell him all the time, like all of us, we have a musical, you know, that's kind of like our segue.
Yeah.
We all know music, and it's kind of what brings, it's not what keeps us together. It's way deeper than that, but that's the thing that we can meet up on. Kennedy is one of them people.
That's that middle ground between everybody that.
He ain't worried about no music. You feel me? He is worried about music, of course. He got it, bro, and he takes care of the music. But bro is just a great person. Bro takes care of people, and that's at the end of the day is what SQUAAADD is about, bro. Like how my boy Jay said, when your whole clique is paid, then you all rugged. Because if one of you fall off, you'll be each other's crutches.
Yeah.
You feel me? As long as everybody is a real person and really cares and hold each other down, bro, we can't lose, bro.
So would you say he's the manager?
Management, man. Definitely. That's my personal manager. Like, if I need it, yo, holla at your boy.
Come on, man.
Just all
If
around.
I need some, if it gets too much for me, I'm passing it to him. Like,
Oh, appreciate it. Thank
I
you.
can't do everything, can't do it all, and that's another thing that once again artists gotta learn and get over quickly. The quicker an artist gets past that, the faster they're gonna move down this road to success as an artist. You cannot do it
We actually
all.
move back. It's
You might have the
opposites, right?
talent
It's
to be able to make
There it is. There it
web
is.
pages
As
and
long as you-
flyers and rap and all that
Yeah.
stuff, but you can't do it all by yourself. You'll
No.
spend forever trying to get one thing done.
Oh yeah, definitely. And your mind's gonna be twisted in so many ways that
Facts.
you're not even gonna be worried about the music anymore because you're trying to do too many things.
Yeah,
And
you
you're
don't
gonna
have to
burn
be-
yourself out.
Yeah.
Yes.
You don't have to
You're
be the
gonna burn
best
yourself
at
smooth out.
everything. That's why we got a team.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So why don't you give a brief rundown on who you are, man?
Man, I'm a man of many things, honestly. I love to love. First off, like put my people first, which is an unfortunate like downfall, but also a great thing as well, because the people that have your back will have your back.
Facts.
Yeah.
And the people that don't, they normally show themselves. So it's a unfortunate thing, but I don't know, man. I like to live right now. I like to live. Coops and I's ideals align. It's kind of how we connected as well. We both want to change the world and make a difference. You know, do big things, do the best we can, and be the best people that we can for everyone else. You know, I mean,
And uplift our
yeah, I don't like
families
to
and
talk
legacy,
about myself
man.
much.
Well, on
But,
the lines of being a manager, man, what does it take to be a good manager? Because
Man, I'm learning that myself as
Yeah.
I go along.
Yeah,
You know,
I mean, like I said, we
it's
teach
an uphill
steel
battle.
sharpen steels.
You know?
You know what I'm saying?
And
I manage.
connecting the right people, you know, bringing Coop people that could help him, you know, and benefit us both is a big deal. And just like it's almost babysitting in a way, you know. You have to keep people, you have to keep people in line. Like you have to make sure that things are on time as well. All this stuff, it's a lot. It's a lot.
You got to see the need before they even see it.
Mhm.
yeah,
Basically, is what it
you have
comes
to
down
recognize
to.
things that are going to be a problem before they're an actual issue, and be there for it if it's before it's going to fall down. You know.
yeah,
You got to be the
Just-
voice of reason. You got to be that
You learn
gravitational
those things the hard
pullback.
way too.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure. I don't know what your background is, but I'm sure it's not musical artist management.
Oh no, man. I was a bartender, bar back, and I grew up with a divorced family, like broken family. Kind of moved around a little bit, but my parents were always around, so that was a good thing. But we always moved around in high school and stuff like that. I don't know. I learned a lot of things when I moved up to Houston in freshman year of high school. A lot of fucking things, man. You grow up real quick once you get into the big city.
It's a whole different world out here.
Yeah. I came from a small town, Lake Jackson, Texas.
Okay.
Squash, shout out to Lake Jackson.
Yeah,
My
man.
cousin from Angleton.
Oh, no way.
And they be out in Clute and all that. So I used to go to the
man.
summers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Caused all kind of trouble down there. It's
You
not
know
really
it.
not much to do but cause trouble.
Ayana. My favorite.
So yeah, I mean, you're learning, you know, as it goes to incorporate what you know, but also learn new things of being a manager.
Honestly, I didn't even realize I could be a manager. You know, people.
Yeah.
Frank Nitty is one of the people that fucking hooked us
Shout out
up.
Frank Nitty.
Yeah, shout out him, man. I hope he's doing
He was
well.
definitely a phase.
I hope he's
Definitely
doing
a
well.
part.
We connected and they all decided like, hey, we want you to manage us. And I was like, man, manage you guys. Like, all right, like let's do it.
I'll figure it out.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, you
going
figure
with
it out. That's
Sure
what
do.
most of the jobs I ever got, you know, they just say, "Hey, can you do this?" And I just say, "Yeah, I can
Of
do
course.
that."
Fucking
You
fake
just
it till you
gotta-
make it, man.
you
That's
just gotta
that's a
read-
big part of
yeah.
everything.
Read the books, read the manuals, look at the charts, with you know everything Trump tells you. to
Figure
do,
it out.
You know,
But have a passion behind it and love behind it, and
for real.
things will probably turn out the best. You know.
That's got to be the ground zero of it all, bro. If it ain't out of love, then it's
Yeah,
not.
a lot of people
That's how it all
say
starts, fam.
if money is the motivator for anything, then you're already starting off on the wrong foot.
Facts.
They
Because
say
the minute
money's
you
the
get
root
it,
of
that
all
shit
evil.
gonna be
Yeah.
done.
You know.
It's gonna be over with.
Joey Badass say, but money is the root of all people.
Because money's
Yeah,
gonna come and
shout
go,
out
but
to
that
him.
love
Hey.
and that passion's gonna stay there.
Facts. Like he said, man, that's the thing. I was listening to a thing yesterday and was breaking down, you know, remember, which means to remember something, put it back together. He's like, how many people can you conjure up that's already passed away that can give you motivational talks? Like right now, I can think of my dad and I can give you 15 sayings. I can give you 15 moments where it was, you see how he's moving like that, Marcus? But watch if he would have went over there and watch this. And it's like, damn. And to this day, I'll be sitting in my house lost or something. I'll be like, damn, what am I doing wrong? And then I'll go sit on my bed, close my eyes for a minute, chill, and all of a sudden there he is.
What would my dad tell me?
And those are the things that get you through it. Like I said, I never got I tell my mom all the time, I feel cheated sometimes. Like I never got to ask the questions that really count. Because these are the questions. Like now that I got a kid,
Yeah.
like, Pops, how do I? And like I said, he was gone before my son was even 2 years old. So now it's like, damn, how do I impart what my dad gave me? How do I do this for this? And on top, my son has autism. And so it's a whole nother wave.
Yeah.
But me and him have our own language. We don't use words, of course, but literally we have our own language. And I can't even explain that one.
No,
I think that just goes more with the Martian shit.
It's an understanding.
It's just that.
honestly.
It's an understanding, and I think that
Respect. That's what I tell people I think
Yeah.
autism is. Like, they realize that this ain't what you're telling. They can't catch that.
Yeah.
But what they look at is who's taking the time to really figure out how to reach me on my level.
Yeah.
And once they start doing that, and once you earn that respect, you can guide. But until there's a respect level there, like autism, there's no bullshit area. There's no I can talk, there's none of that because they don't play with the words. It's
I
just
think the way I'm sure you are with your kid, it goes a long way of how you deal with everybody, because that level of understanding not a lot of people have.
That's that 6, man. That humanizer.
Yeah, a lot of people don't have that level of understanding, so you can get where other people come from. And
I can put myself in their shoes and remember and relate. And once we can relate, that's the key to building anything. The reason people have arguments is because they're not relating.
Yeah, they be butting heads.
They're more convinced on trying to get their point across than trying to understand. I tell people, some people are talking they're talking for the answer. Mm-hmm. They're not talking to understand. Yeah. And once you start understanding, the answers become kind of irrelevant because they start to show themselves before you even ask the question. That's why say less is really a thing. Like, we ain't got to say too much. Just pay attention.
Let's bring it full circle, man, and let's get a little bit into the music. I know we've already been going.
Let's do it.
Yeah, we've already been going for an hour.
Damn.
So
that's how it goes.
Let's get into the music a little bit, man. Whenever you're first starting out and you were first starting to record music, how was that compared to how you're doing it now, and the whole thought process of going into a song?
Bro, like I said, the thing about mine is, like I said, it was so perfect that I started off freestyling. And I started off when I had nothing. And I mean like nothing as in monetary means. I didn't have a car. I had a car, but I didn't have no fly shit like that. So I couldn't and I believed in not rapping about shit that was not true. I don't do that. I don't believe in rapping about stuff that ain't real in my life.
I know you can rap because you came out to the Cypher.
Hey,
you
mess up for letting me on that. It don't take me much.
So getting back to the music, man. Whenever you were first starting out with the music and you were actually trying to take it more seriously, what was the first project that you put out?
The first project would be The Abduction, Volume 1, for sure. It was a compilation album, and it had 5 of my original songs that started out when I was in VA and didn't get crafted and cultivated and finished until I got all the way back here to Baytown. And then the other half was a mixture. We was jacking for beats. Went online and found some fire-ass beats. And me and my boy Guap, shout out my boy Guap, a.k.a. C. Johnson. That's my bro. One of them boys that I say raised in that car with me. My boy Chris. But we created Money High Club. My bro, when we was in the military, he called me one day. He needed a favor. And, of course, like I tell you, I've always been, if you my bro, it's nothing I ain't going to do for you. So, yeah, bro, I got you. And he used to always, I'm going to pay you back, bro. I'm going to pay you back, bro. I'm going to pay you back, bro. And so I came back home, and then one day that boy called me. He says, bro, I need you to get $700. I was like, all right, got it. What's up? I'm bringing you to Thailand. I got everything else. I was like, all right. He's like, go to my uncle's house, give him the money. Went to his uncle's house, gave him the $700. Boom, bow, wow, I'm in Thailand for 10 days.
Damn.
And in that 10 days, my birthday was in the span of that 10 days. So I had a birthday in Thailand. Shout out to Oi Squad, a.k.a. Lada, a.k.a. the boss of motherfucking Pattaya, if you ask me. But anyway, that was 10 days, bro. That, once again, them things that you cannot teach, the moments that got to happen to get you where you're going, that was one of them, bro. 10 days, and I met these 2 Olympic gymnasts from Sweden. Jesus. Females. And they chilled with us for like 4 days. But just the conversation. Facts. But the conversation, bro. Like I say, they don't, and that's another thing. Like, depending on where you're from, just gives you on your outlooks.
Yeah.
And the way the rest of the world looks at things in comparison to how we are in America, like, it'll give you some perspective on literally how blessed you are, and at the same time, sometimes how insensitive you are.
Oh, yeah.
You feel me?
You gotta, broaden your horizons, man. I used to live in
bro.
Indonesia when I was a kid, man. You ain't seen nothing till you seen, you know, third world country and how people live out there, you know what I'm saying? It's real humbling when you come back to America.
Definitely,
you know,
bro.
That's weird to think about, of like how other people see us, because I feel like a lot of people in like America are very self-centered.
Bro, there's a saying, fam.
Narcissistic tendencies in, you know, the United States.
You don't know anything else.
Yeah.
They say when America sneezes, the world catches the flu. And that's the truth. You notice how when our president just changed, what is the first he said? Other countries are telling you, welcome back, America. Welcome back.
I know.
Who's the freaking dictator or president of freaking, I don't know, India? Exactly. But you go ask them anywhere, who runs USA, and I bet you they'll tell you who the president is. And that's even a further.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, we are, I tell people, like, America is the Hollywood of the world, if you ask me.
I mean, as long as you want to keep it that way, that's
Facts.
what they say.
Like, that's where they...
Right, yeah, even Rome fell, you know?
Everywhere has the talent. They have all the great stuff, but whenever it comes time for it, this is where the melting pot all comes together. This is the stage. And so, just to see how...
Biggest stage of them all.
That's what it is, yeah.
That's why you're blessed to be here.
Yeah,
like
you
I
have
said.
every opportunity. Just like, you know, what we've been saying, if you want anything in life, you just go and get it. You just go take it, you know?
Facts.
That is facts. A lot of people just don't have that in their mind that they can do that.
Yeah, they don't realize it, or they have not have the patience.
Or they were taught growing up that this is how it should be, and you don't step outside of that boundaries.
Yeah.
You're gonna be good.
Yeah. About
Some
your
people
grades,
never have a chance.
you know, whatever you've been, juvie or whatever it is, however you brought up. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't define you. You
Not
define
at
yourself.
all.
You know?
Those are moments, bro. Moments.
Yeah.
Moments. Moments could last in a
moments.
lifetime, but it's a moment, fam. And you can, like I said, it's a switch. I was riding in my car, and I swear, J-Mo would tell you, riding in the car, didn't have that much money in my account, none of that. And like I said, I told my girl, yo, I'm about to hit the switch. Then like a couple of days, bro, I was counting a couple thousand, like literally. And I'm just like, yo. And then once that started happening, I'm like, yo, what else can you do? And then on top of that, why are you just asking for 1,000? Why not tell yourself 10? Why not tell yourself 10 million? And as you start hitting those little plateaus, the shit becomes more and more real. And it's the same thing with music. It's the same thing with drawing. It's the same thing to become a president. It's all the same shit. It's just about seeing it.
Yeah, focus in your mind, like you put it in
And
your
choosing.
head, and you make it happen.
Choice is a motherfucker.
It's funny. I go to get a haircut with Jay, and every time I go, I'm always like, "Yo, you talk to Coop?" Yeah, I've talked to him a little. I was like, "Oh, what's Coop up to?" Man, Coop's already a millionaire. He don't know it yet, but he's there.
I know. I just ain't paid that. I tell him all the time. I tell
He's a
J-Mo
millionaire,
all the time. I say, bro, I'm wealthy. I'm just not rich.
Yeah, he's like, I was like, what's Coop
I
been up
got
to?
I got everything. I have zen. You feel me? I literally enjoy that. I come downtown and I can have a fucking riot. You feel me? I can go ham, have shirt torn off, sweat, and at the end of the day, I can hop in my car and go home, and it will be
Peace.
I step in my house and it's just like air, bro. Like, I love that. That is the afterglow of my acid trips. Mom even knows. Like me, there's no secrets there. She know.
Yeah.
Bro, when I come home and that, it's a feeling. It's just that calm and that love and that, and all that shit flows back into you, bro. I am so blessed to be able to say I even know that exists. People are out here and have nowhere to turn to and can't find that. You feel me? And then there's people that have all the money in the world and they can't buy it. Because the environment around them sees the money. So that's why I say it's that balance. You gotta get it right.
I think it's funny. You ask people about Coop, and they're always gonna tell you the same thing, that he is gonna make it. He's got the team around him. Like I said, I talked to Jay, and he's always putting you up on praise.
How about we did our first song together yesterday? Bro, dropped our first track together, bro. And I'm talking about, he played me the night before, the day before. I came to his house and he was like, Coop, check this song out. I'm thinking about dropping this song or this song, so I want you to hear it. You've seen Profit Margins. Shout out Chino Chase. Shot the video for Profit Margins when he went down Oscar. He played that for me. That was one of my videos. I love it. Like I said, I'm a fan of all my friends. So if I really, in my squad, like, I'm really into his shit.
Yeah.
Bro, it's cold. And so he played me that song, and then he started, as soon as he pressed the button and I heard the beat, I was like, oh, I like this one. And then when I heard the bars and I heard the hook, he was like, so I don't know what I should do, bro. I think it's going to be a one-verse song because I don't think I got time for a feature because I want to do the video this weekend, as in tomorrow, like Friday we leave. He's like, I want to do the song this weekend. I said, you've got a feature. Send me that shit. And I promise, I walked out of his house. I got in the car. Mom hit me up. She was like, yo, pick me up something to eat from Hart's. Get me some fried okra. I was like, okay, cool. I'm driving to Hart's, and I can call Chris right now, my boy Chris Johnson. I called him on the phone. I said, bro, I just heard this beat and listen to the bars I got for it. I hadn't wrote shit. And that's when I realized where the brain was at. Yeah. It's like I'm back on my, like I said, it gets to a point like when you freestyle, the reason I got people to freestyle is because you start to be able to memorize and remember shit, vice having to write it on paper. I think personally, Jay-Z, that's how he got so. And he'd tell you, like, starts off with writing, but then you just keep doing it. It's a muscle. And you work it, and you work it, and you can remember 2 lines. 2 lines turns to 4, and then 4 turns to 8. And now I'm remembering whole verses and hooks without even touching the pen.
Like when?
And so I was in the car, and I had the first 8 lines. And when I hit him with the first 8, that boy was like, "Ooh, that bitch was hard." I said, "I already know, bro. You don't even know where I'm about to take it." And by the time I got to my bed that night, I had maybe 2 lines left. And I was like, I'll do it in the morning. Woke up the next morning, meditated. There was the 2 lines. I called J-Mo. We gonna do it? Yeah, let's do it. All right, bet. Pulled up. Done, son. Yeah. But that shit's gonna be immaculate. I already know.
You have that energy that when people meet you, you kind of vibe with them.
Oh boy, I appreciate it.
I know
bro.
when I've brought you to the Cypher, there was probably artists there you've never met, never heard of.
None of them. Minus Mark Drew. Shout out Mark Drew and boy, that boy Forte. That boy Forte Cloud on the scratches.
But the way you interact with everybody shows the kind of character you are, because you showed everybody respect. You showed everybody the love. But, you know, you give off that energy that they leave there and they're like, man, Coop.
Bro, blessings. Thank you guys.
Coop
like I said, I don't even be recognizing it, bro. I'm just, like we say, we only have so much vision for ourselves. And I don't even be trying. I'm just, we people. You feel me? Like, you thirsty? I'm thirsty, bro. If I'm thirsty, you might be thirsty. It's simple shit. Like, and so I know what it is. Like, we're all artists, and we know what an artist is if you're really an artist. You be subconscious about your shit sometimes. Sometimes you wondering if your bar is really right. Sometimes you wondering if all your friends that tell you, oh, you're so great, is just paying you lip service because they've known you for 10 years. And then you always asking yourself, well, if I'm so fucking great, why the hell am I not over here with Jay-Z? Why the hell am I not over here doing this show? Why am I not here? So I get it because I go through it too. Yeah. So when we finally meet somebody you can relate to, don't sit there and be pent up. Like, you got 8 million other people to be pent up with. This is the person you need to let it out with.
This is the person that understands.
This is the person that's going to understand you and be able to tell you the truth. So why not?
Yeah.
And then I met Quest. And what happened? Instantly. Me and Quest down there. And I'm just like, damn, bro, stiff with it.
I know.
And he's working the camera.
Yeah.
He's great.
And that's what I know. I'm like,
gonna come up here with me, but I left.
Bro,
I love that guy.
And it's like he said, everybody is multifaceted. Like, I can make a web page, but can I make a web page like him? Hell
Ain't nobody
no.
can do that. You know?
You feel me?
No.
I can go over here and freaking this. Everybody can do because we had to do it.
I'm gonna need to get with you because I need a Slump Sessions website, man.
Bro, I'm almost done with a few projects and I'm on it.
We're gonna have to talk about it. See. But
this is how it works.
It's crazy because
networking.
That's one thing I enjoy is bringing artists together that may have never even heard of each other, but they gonna mesh.
Yeah, that boy Jumpman that you had on that bitch.
Hey,
I went and I saw that video where he's in the bed and he has a cell phone and goes off and then he goes and does the whole freestyle and he comes back to the bed and lays down. It's like it's like a loop. I was like, bro, that boy got it. Like, the bars was on point. But on top of that, I'm like, just the visual that went with it, I'm just like, yo, like, and I was just rapping with him.
Jumpman, like, somebody I definitely
Jumpman
see that
cold as fuck.
Like you, where
shout out Jumpman, bro. If you ain't heard it, nigga, I give people their flowers while they are living, bro. You got it, bro. Don't stop. Keep going. Yeah, and that goes for everybody in there, bro. Like I said, I'm just specifically pointing him out because that one just grabbed me off top, but everybody in there was dropping bars. You should go watch it. Go check that Slump Session cipher out if you haven't. That shit is fire.
I had somebody.
And shout out Dank Lucas, man.
Yeah. Hey, shout out Dank Lucas. Yes.
Fucking wrong. East side in the building. Totally.
I had somebody drop out maybe like 3 days before the cipher, and I was like, damn, who am I gonna get this short? And I was like, I'm gonna call Jumpman. And he was like, yeah, I got you. Let's do it.
And he did it.
In that 3 days, that's why, you know, he didn't have a lot of time to prepare or nothing for it.
And it didn't show.
No, yeah.
It don't show.
He came in and he did
that's
his thing.
another lesson for the up and coming artist, man. Sometimes the mistakes ain't even noticeable until you make them noticeable.
Yeah.
So with that said, don't be so hard on yourself. The show goes on. Just keep going.
I mean, that's what you know. I forgot who said it, but they're like, even Led Zeppelin sucked before they were, you know, rocking. So you got to put out stuff. You got to suck. You got to suck before you get good. Just put things out.
That's a learning process.
You gotta know what don't work to know what does work,
and then appreciate it. You know, because one day you won't suck if you keep doing that. You know, or you might, and then your friends.
Maybe you're just bad at it.
Yeah, you know the difference between like where your friends are like, damn, or they're like, yes, that's good, man. Yeah, keep going, you know? There's a big difference.
I like what you say, but I just don't like hearing you say it.
Yeah.
Can you tell him to say it?
You know, maybe
there's your songwriter. You know what I'm saying?
But that's where you find your niche, you know?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just try out whatever you think you might be good at, and then you find it.
Definitely. So, back into the music a little bit. 2019 was the last project you dropped, right?
Yes, sir.
Why don't you tell everybody about that one, man?
2019. Okay, so 2019 was actually, 2018.
That's what I say.
Because that's how it goes, right?
Goes.
Right? You got to make it, and then you got to put it out. Yeah. So I met with the legend Da Vinci, and like I said, we met at a house. I'm trying to remember exactly what it's called. What's the name of that house, Kenny? You remember the one where Balthazar stayed at? It was like a little house. It was like an art house, and everybody shout out Pajama Sam. Shout out
the names of these people.
Rock the Boat.
Right.
Shout out.
He's got. All
I feel like,
names.
bro. I feel like I'm listening to like somebody talk about like Greek mythology or something.
Yeah. Coop's got all the best names.
We was over there,
Sometimes
bro,
I don't even know if they're real.
Yeah,
people.
he's just making stuff up.
Oh, the man's bro.
Shout out to potato sticks.
Time out. That's how I knew also that thing was kind of destined, because his name is David Da Vinci. I'm Coop Martian. His best friend is Spaceman Patterson.
Ooh.
Shout out Spaceman Patterson. He plays for Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Yeah.
These are the OGs. You feel me? He introduced me to Uncle Phil. Philip has a son who is a freaking Gilberto has a fucking son that is magic on the drums. He did the High School Musical. I got to come watch him play right here in Houston, doing a High School Musical.
Wow.
As the main drummer. He has his own freaking little sect, and he has his own video, his own little team. He's a prodigy. But these are the people, and you know what I'm saying? And when you hear those names, it's in the name. Like, some things you can't make up. A Martian meets a spaceman and meets Da Vinci. Like, it's all written before you if you kind of just pay attention.
Yeah.
And so 2019 was when I met Da Vinci, and he heard my flow. I played him some of my older stuff. I played him Brown Liquor Reflection, and it's just the stuff that was basically on the Abduction mixtape when I'm self-producing myself and self-recording myself, the stuff I make on my own, totally by myself. When I played him that, he was like, "Kid, you've got a timeless sound. Like, you need to tap back into some of the older." And so I'm trying to remember. I got a song specific, Daddy-O from Stetsasonic. Shout out to Stetsasonic. Google him if you don't know. Sway in the Morning Show, he was talking about, he knows what it is. But Stetsasonic, Daddy-O, I got a track with him. It's called Trapped. But Da Vinci had basically set it up where he wanted me to literally sharpen my skills with the OGs as well. He already heard me freestyle, knew I was great, but he was like, yo, we need to make a merger. Like, I need to bridge the worlds together, which I was with because, that's Squad, you know what I'm saying, bridging things together. And so, made Red Carpet Dreams, and after I made Red Carpet Dreams, like, in no time flat, it was up 100,000 streams, and that was one of them switches. Like, yo, I finally... Like, I don't know how everybody else feels about streams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
No.
I finally got something people like. Yeah. This is crazy. Wow. After doing this shit for 11, 12, 13 years, I finally got it right once.
Listening to 2019, I was listening to it on the way up here, and I was like, man, you know what this kind of reminds me of? It reminded me of a mixture between like an Outkast and a Lupe Fiasco.
There you
I'll
go.
take
Ain't nothing
it.
wrong with that. Yeah.
I tell them every time, as long as you comparing me to people that I respect musically and that ain't broke, I'll take it.
It sounded like
baby.
and those are two. Outkast in itself is great, and Lupe is great, and I sounded.
Yeah,
This
go,
is
go,
what-
go, 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 go,
Hey,
go, go, go,
this
go.
is what I
Gadget Phil.
heard
Yeah, no.
whenever I was listening to that.
I appreciate it, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, I definitely, like I said, I definitely have those roots in me. I definitely listen to plenty Outcasts. Spotty out, Spody Yodi, Dopalicious Ain't Jam. You already know that Cadillac music. I'm on it. Like,
So
shout out to the G's.
2019, you said it was with Da Vinci,
Mm-hmm.
and you said he just passed recently.
Yeah, he died in, I believe it was July.
Well, RIP
And I was
to him.
with him on his last days and all that. Like, bro put in so much work. And, bro, ageless. Don't age, bro. Like, can't. Because, and he used to tell me, bro, you know why I can't age? Cool, because I'm around you guys, yo.
Yeah.
Like, he was so in touch with the sound, bro. Like, the man is 50s, up in that range. And he telling me, coming, man, so you heard that new 21 Savage?
He's on it.
And I'm like, bro. He's like, yeah, that record kid. Da-da-da-da. Shout out E. Will. Shout out, damn. Shout out my boy Drew. Shout out King Kodo. This is a whole nother sect of Houston that y'all already know. If y'all know and y'all in touch with the scene, y'all know them names already. So I ain't really putting or saying nothing that nobody don't know. Shout out Layvon. Shout out all them boys over in the camp, man. But Da Vinci went over there and was working with them. I met Drew through Frank Nitty. And that introduced me to the whole sect. And like I said, my music has just been a collection of me just getting injected into all these different musical scenes. And me, I love making music, so anytime I'm in a musical environment, I'm in a scene, yo, let's make something. Let's make something. If that makes 5 cents, that makes $10, that makes $2, that makes $10. By the time we get done making music and adding all that shit up, trust me, I'm fine. You feel me? And so with that said, not only does that get built, but the relationships get built. And 2019, like I said, it was the culmination of those things. Da Vinci and me sat up so many nights, more times me than him sleeping on the couch, giving me I'm meditating, Coop, while he's sleeping. But we would sit there, and I'm talking about 5 a.m., 6 a.m. in the morning, still making tracks. But we I think we tapped into that kind of older, I don't want to give it too make it too grandiose, but that kind of Motown vibe is what I feel out of it. Like a lot of that in 2019, even if you listen to Respect and Charlie, which came from a sample from Charlie's Angels, like we heard it, and I was like, yo, I want to sample it, and I was like, nah, because I know how the sample game go.
Yeah.
Da Vinci can play key, bro, been playing. His story, they used to tell me, cool, the way I got so good, these guys took me at gunpoint, put me in a room with a keyboard, said we will provide you food and a bathroom, but you're not coming out of there until we have a hit. And that man was locked in that room for a couple of days and he had fights trying to get out and all that. And this is just to give you the difference in the climate. Like old school is a whole different way how they got there with music. You feel me? But long story short, the man got a hit. The man, Jeremy Scaller, shout out to you, broski. The man had me talking to Jeremy Scaller. Do your due diligence, people, and understand who these people are. Like
just a Google search
major
away.
Names that I'm naming right here. And he used to always tell me, Coop, the reason I'm putting you in touch with these people is because you're them. You just don't know it yet. They're going to see you in them, and they're going to be able to help you when I'm gone, Coop, because I'm not going to be here too much longer, kid. I know I'm not going to be here. This is I'm not going to be here too much longer. But I'm going to get you over that wall. Don't worry about me. You just get over that wall, and you can throw me a rope or something, kid. But I'm going to get you over that wall. And 2019 was the attempt of us. And damn sure we got over the wall. Like I said, we did. We almost had 1 million streams already. The thing as a whole is at 1 million, but Red Carpet Dream specifically is, like I said, that's the one everybody grabbed to. That's the one that went nuts. That's the one that got placements, all that shit. Like I'm still getting checks for Red Carpet.
Yeah, hey, well, it's a great song. Where do you go from there? What's next? Because you had,
the vibe took me.
You had the process after that.
Yeah, I got to do the album art for that too, man.
And
the crazy thing about the process is
the
that
flow you came in with that one.
My boy.
Yeah, that's some alien shit right there, man.
That shit was
That's
written
the Martian.
probably like in a day, because you know how music, I mean, you all can relate. Sometimes that beat just hits you, like you get that idea. And I'm just like Chili Doll in that respect when it comes to production at my crib. As soon as it hits me, I'm in there. And so I was just, once I made that dun, dun, dun,
The beat is so
dun,
simple
dun,
that it
dun.
Your
That was
flow
all I had.
came over.
I left it just like that. I was like, I'm not adding nothing else to the beat. And I started writing and using my voice to be the instrument.
Yeah.
So after the bars was done, then I came back and, okay, let's add this element. Okay, I got a valley, but I need some trees, so give me some highs. Okay, I got that, but I need to put some ribs. I need some birds. Give me some sprinkles. Give me some ear candy. And once it got done, it was what it was. And I sat on it for so long because me trying to be Mr. Perfectionist and trying to do the job that wasn't for me, trying to mix and trying to make it, I couldn't get it right. I can mix, I can do okay, but I couldn't get it right. And then, like I said, God interjected me into the Grayson, and I met Grayson on a fluke. We're over my girl's downtown. My girl actually knew him from a scene. And she's like, you need to know him. He does music. And I seen this cool-ass white guy, and he had all the sauce in how he was dressed, and he had this fucking earring that had a fucking switchblade on it. It's like an earring dangling chain with the switchblade earring. Chili Doll with the, he bought those, you see? And so he's walking there, he had another earring with the tooth on it and shit. And I'm like, yo, this motherfucker got sauce. So I dapped it up with him. He's like, yo, one day you should come to the studio. I'm like, all right, cool. But at this point, I've been to plenty of studios. So everybody says that. But but I'm one of them motherfuckers you don't call my bluff. Like, I do that shit.
I will pull up on your
I will pull up on your studio. Like, my boy in Atlanta, that's how I got to Atlanta the first time. He was in the Navy, and my boy was like, yo, Coop, I feel like going to Atlanta, bro. I'm about to drive to Atlanta after work. You want to go? I said, bro, hell yeah, I want to go. He ain't going to Atlanta. I say, boy, all right. I'm talking about the bell went off for us to get off for work, and I'm sitting on his car with my backpack. He was like, oh, you serious, huh? That same night, I got to see Gucci Mane live, T.I., all that shit, because Atlanta is like that. They really pull up. They really show out. They really out there in the streets. Ain't no Hollywood shit, none of that. They right there sweating with you drinking the same shit you drinking. And I got to watch all that shit for free. Meanwhile, I'm in the back of the club so gone from sipping and shit that I passed out. And when I wake up, there's two females sitting on either side of me, and they looked at me and said, little daddy, is you rolling? And I was like, shit, I might be. And I went back to sleep. Great story, but yeah, bro, I'm not the one to call the bluff. So I showed up to the studio. Once I showed up to the studio, I met this mysterious gentleman right here. Because Chili Doll's one of them mysterious gentlemen. You don't know how to take them right off the rip, but I'm one of them people. I'm with me regardless, so it didn't. But it was instant kismet, bro. Chemistry, it's nothing. It's like, hey, bro, you want to do it? And just watching how he treated people, watching how he moved around the room. You want water? Like, you want, like, hospitality, like that Southern shit, that shit that we're known for.
That shit that goes a long way.
That goes, the manners, all that.
Yeah.
He is very centered in that, and he don't take no bullshit from nobody about it. Big, small, wide, tall, it don't matter. I done seen a couple people get put out that bitch. I'm talking about friends and everything. Hell, I got put out of somewhere one time. But that's just how it go. And you know what I'm saying? So went up there, and like I said, the boys started playing beats. And as I just tell you, I'm one of the musical people. Once you start playing beats, you doing what you do, I'm gonna start doing what I do. I started dropping bars. And matter of fact, we was just talking about this the other night. We was about to drop 345. And out of all the tracks me and this man have done, because there's a load of them now, and they're all fucking amazing. And they've got amazing features. Shout out my boy Scotty Galaxy. Still waiting to see that thing, because I already know what we did with that one. But we dropped that, I freestyled on it. You know what I'm saying? And of course, when you freestyle, ain't nothing polished or nothing. Yeah. But just the way I came in on certain parts was so way, and we went back and we cultivated it. And long story short, that gem is polished now. And it's I really enjoy that song. And everybody that hears it, it becomes a conversation piece. Not only because of, not really so much because, oh, it's such a ridiculous, I don't think it's so much what I'm saying too much. I think it is a little bit, because they definitely have their favorite lines, and they tell me, "Yo, I heard what you said right there," and all that good stuff, which is the point. But it's just the way it cohesively comes together. Like the beat, and that's another thing. Like he is amazing with knowing what to take out, what to put in, how to make things mesh, so it sonically is a treat for the listener.
Mm-hmm. So, when are you dropping some new stuff, or what? You got a project you're working on, or?
Bro, I don't even make projects, fam. I treat every song as its own thing. Mm-hmm. And real rap, like I tell people, we're in a singles-driven industry.
Yeah, that's true.
People don't consume content. People don't even make. I told him the other day, I was like, bro, I gave him credit. He made a back to my homeboys. He made an album cover and he made a back. Yeah. I said, people don't even make the back of a CD no more.
Yeah.
There is no back art anymore. Mm-hmm. Because why? All you need is this one picture to put on the platform so they can post it on there.
Yeah.
And that's all everybody does. But bro makes fucking. So I don't believe in, like, you know what I'm saying, albums. Like, at some point, I go back and I start listening to stuff, and then the Most High takes over and I see the line. 2019, it's literally a story. You feel me?
Yeah.
2019, the first song, is a declaration of what it is. Matter of fact, I need to see the list so I can explain it right, because the songs go in a certain order. But it literally tells you the order of what I was trying to pull off if you look at the titles and look at how it runs. Yeah. And so
that's
like
what
the 2019 was.
That's like the only reason to drop an album anymore, is if you want to tell a story. That's what I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Otherwise,
that's true though.
Singles are ready to go, man. You know, so
we are in a single-driven.
That's just how we're making money, man. You know, you just put it out, let that one go until it's time to drop the next one and the next one. That's the business right now, because that's just how it works. You know, so
definitely. And so many, like I said, there was so many other songs that came and was made in between that and all that stuff. But once I sat back and listened to those group of songs, I was like, yo, that album let me realize that I'm literally rapping my existence. Mm-hmm. There's stuff that I've said in songs, and I didn't even realize it until I was in the moment enjoying it. Like, yo, nigga, you just rapped that shit like an album ago, bro. And that's when I realized the power of words. And that's another thing I tell artists all the time, bro. Be sure about what you're putting out, because it's going to bounce off that wall that we call the universe, and it's going to come back at you. And if you ain't putting out nothing good, ain't nothing good going to come back to you.
Yeah.
So if all you want to talk about all day is, I'm so sad, I'm so depressed, and I'm popping,
you're gonna be sad. And
what are you gonna do if that's your happy time? Because what do you do to that music? You go turn it on in the club and you're turning up to it. You're turning up to being sad and depressed. So what are you doing, bro? There is no happy.
It's just,
you've totally wrapped it out the script.
Yeah, your mind is kind of wired.
You're only gonna see the bad, because that's what's fueling you to create your art.
Yeah.
So now it's even lucrative to be sad.
Yeah.
So you done set yourself all the way up now. And I don't believe in that. I don't never do that. I tell people I'll quit music before I conform. I used to have that talk, man, bro, you need to rap like this, because I can do it. Like, my boys will be sitting there talking about choppers and all that shit, and I'm the guy with a vocabulary. Like, okay, bro, I can break a gun down better than you can, bro. I was hanging with GMs on a boat.
Yeah, you know how to take apart.
I can break it down better than you. Yeah. So let's rap about it. And I'd kill them with bars over, and they'd be like, damn. So why you don't put that on the album?
Because that's not.
Nigga, do you think I really want to see that? You know, like, you really? I left the Navy, bro. That don't tell you something. Like, what am I gonna rap about that if I should go back?
Yeah.
If I really want to see that, so.
Yeah.
But 2019, like I said, it was a powerful time, and then, like I say, tying that in with Pops and the energy behind that, I really believe that was an album that he would have sat down and be like, damn, my son did that, and did it on a way that not only I and my generation can like it, but people in his generation can like it, and even the younger ones can like it. And that's why I put him on the cover.
And that's how you know you got something, is whenever in your mind you know that somebody who's not here would be proud of it.
There it is. And that was 2019, bro.
So before we wrap this up, man, I got to get the question in of Moon Rock, because you speak highly of Moon Rock. You the owner of Moon Rock.
You know it.
So I just want you to let everybody know what it is first.
Moon Rock is exactly that. It's the home of the Martian, bro. That's where the spaceship crashed. You know what I'm saying? There's plenty places. It could have been Jupiter. It could have been Saturn. It could have been
Moon Rock.
Moon Rock is close enough to the Earth so I can transmit and you guys can hear me. But it's far enough to where you'll be like, there's that thing over there. But let's go work on this. Let's enjoy the Earth. You feel me? And that's what I want it to be. Like, take the knowledge, take the art, take all that, and if you like it, love it, dig in it, do all that good stuff. But at the end of the day, bro, live your life. Take the gems from it and apply it to your life and build your own spaceship. And feel free to come visit me on Moon Rock. You feel me?
Yeah, for real.
But that's all it is, bro. And shout out to Marsy for that, man.
Hey.
My homegirl Jay Mars. It's like, give my people my flowers.
I think
Me and her was sitting there and we was talking about Moon Rock. And I was like, yo, I'm gonna make that happen.
Yep.
We made it happen.
I think that's what we do more than anything. We're some movement more than a business.
Facts.
For both of us.
Facts, definitely. Like I say, I am more of a fan than most would believe. Like I say, I'm sitting here doing the interview, but I study these guys. Like, you feel me? Like, they don't even know. And I'm at home and I'm looking at Gravy's fucking Instagram. Like, how did he put that orange on her eye like that? Like, and how did he get the zest to come? Like, I be studying, and I'm a fan of my team, bro. And
that's all it is.
That's how it should be.
Oh God.
Whenever you see the greatness in your team, they're gonna see the greatness in you, and you study them and you apply what they do to what you do.
All the greats. Jay-Z talk about gurus.
Yeah.
Jay-Z talk about anybody you name talks about the people that were around them that made it happen.
Oh yeah.
If you ever lose sight of that, you lost.
Facts.
And God will show you faster than anything, because once you don't appreciate something, it's gone.
Take it right away from you just before you know it.
And he'll show you who you really are. Like, this shit don't work without it. Like, one hand wash the other, both wash the face. You know what I'm saying?
Well, man, let's let everybody know where they can find you, where they can find the music and everything, man.
Man, Coop Martian. The spelling on Martian is a little bit different. It's M @RT !N. Everybody argues, oh, you're not going to be findable. You should have did it this way. I went through that argument too many times. I spelt it that way because anything that's good in life is worth working for. If you really like the music, you're going to take the time to put that in. Yeah, just like people that really like the music take the time to read the back, figure out who did the credits and all that, like I do. Yeah. If it ain't worth that to you, cool. It's not for you. But Coop Martian on anything, bro. Just Google it. Like, Google's your friend, bro. Like, I'm everywhere.
Find
Spotify,
them
YouTube,
on Instagram.
On YouTube, Moon Rock Entertainment.
That's right.
Shout out Gorilla Daddy, Syncworthy. You can follow that one. Right. Shout out Gravy, HTX.
Got Gravy, HTX. Andy Resurrect right here, REZREKT. We both doing that weird ass shit.
I'm at Coop _Martian. Same thing. On that one, you can spell it regular. That's Instagram.
If you don't know what an umlaut is, that's the Gravy with the A and an umlaut.
At Gorilla Daddy Jams.
Everything.
And what's my other one? At GPC Music.
Yeah.
My boy GPC, my boy Grayson, man. But yeah, as for me, bro, Coop Martian on everything, bro. It ain't hard to find. If you find one, everything is linked to the other. So
that's right.
Well, definitely, I'm gonna put everything down so everybody can find you.
Look below, it'll be right on the screen below you guys.
You put it right here
with the 1-800 number to call us.
Squad.
Definitely.
And for the artists out there, if you need anything, man, shoot me a DM. Shoot Gravy a DM. Syncworthy a DM, whatever.
These guys do great
you hit
work.
any of us, you're hitting all of us because it is Squad.
Thank you for having us.
Oh God.
Thank y'all
bro,
for coming.
Long time coming.
Definitely.
Bless up, bro. Thank you, fam.
Andy,
happy to be here.
I've seen you for a long time doing your thing. I met Andy through the Guts podcast.
Yeah, that's my
Shout
boys.
Out the Guts podcast, man. Zayno in the building.
Yeah, bro.
I can't forget
what I'm saying,
boys,
you know.
I met Andy through them, and then since then I've seen you been doing your thing, and you are, if not the best graphic designer in Houston.
Talk about it.
You know,
Talk about it. Say that shit with your chest.
That's how I got there, bro. You know what I
about
said to the director I was working with? I said, hey, bro, I'm the best graphic designer in Houston. You're going to want to work with me.
Purred.
And that's how I got to where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? I just told him that, and 2 days later, he hit me up. You know, he's like, let's get to work. Hey. That's all you got to do. Have some confidence.
Definitely check everybody out. Check out the music.
Low Key is me. Shout out to you, bro.
Yeah, shout out to Low Key.
You've moved barriers, bro, for your boy Squad. I appreciate you.
Low Key is definitely somebody who.
Oh, they got the.
He hit me up the other day. He be hitting me up with some crazy ideas of stuff we're gonna do. I'm like, whatever you have in mind, I'm a part of it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Just tell me where to show up at, and I'm with it.
Exactly. Just
period.
I'm down with it.
Facts,
That's
bro.
so cool. Yeah.
Real talk.
Hey, shout out to everybody. Shout out to everybody else back there behind the camera.
If there's anybody I missed, I'm sorry. I love you, but you know what it is, squad. So little time, so little
this
memory.
definitely ain't gonna be the last time you see of Coop on the Slump Sessions show.
That's right.
Hey,
oh God, bro,
we
anytime.
out here. Definitely check everybody. Check them out. Links will be in the description. We out here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening.
Baytime,
Yeah.
East Side.
What's up,
Holla at your
Mom?
boy.
Hey.
I done did it again.
This another slump session. Get respect, not attention.
I said I just had to show myself how to go and do this. Shorty wants to fuck, I said fuck it, I'ma screw this. All up in my living room, she really is a nuisance. If you cannot help me grow, then really you are you.